So I want to start off with this sequel series that became with a popular anime series that came out in the early 2000s, and that show is named Naruto. Naruto has a spin-off series would be focusing on his son Boruto Uzumaki, and that series is called Boruto Naruto Next Generation. Undoubtedly, since the release, it has pros and cons, but it has significant impacted on the anime community. As a sequel to a widely popular series, Naruto not only brought back our beloved characters, but also introduced new generation of shinobi. This continuation provided fans with a sense of nostalgic, which taking the story of fresh new take storylines and character developments. Not only that, the world has expanded. Boruto Naruto Next Generation has left a remarkable remark on the anime landscape. This next series is a short-lived series that the same studio who produced Along the Sea. It's taking place a series where a young woman named Yoshino Kohara looking for a job in Tokyo but has so many rejections. However, she's seemingly lucky when she received a job offer to work with the tourism board of the economical struggling Maniyama village as their queen, and that series is called Sakura Quest. This series is described as a part of a PA Works working series which tells the stories about people in their jobs. It makes sense for what people are going through these days. I'd wish this series had a second season, but that's not the case. Well, I know it's not going to happen anytime soon. This next series I got into earlier this year in 2023, and it's a massive franchise, and we will introduce a character that he will say he would never give up. His name is Asta in Black Clover. It first time been adapted by Zebrick, who worked on the Mega Man Anti-Warrior series and the Shaman King 2001 series. However, another studio were attached to animate the entire series by Studio Period, they aired the show from October 3rd, 2017 to March 30th, 2021. But in the middle of the series, it got interrupted during the days of the pandemic. None of the episodes they recorded has or haven't from English and Japanese cast because they didn't have time. And in Japan, they came back during production for Black Clover from July 7th, 2020, and the English dub came back in April 26th, 2020. However, the popularity kind of died down during the pandemic when Jump Festa announced their first feature film as Sword of the Wizard King. Since it released, the popularity came back, and now there has been some mumblings going on from the socials, and it seems they are coming back. I'm very excited if it seems they are coming back, but there'll be some possibility. Who in the hell knows? As with Lover's Poro, bringing a story a girl teases her classmate named Nishikata in Teasing Master Takaki-san. It's actually been adapted by Shinyai Animation. They've been adapted from the manga first, and it came out in 2013 to the present day for 19 volumes. They aired the first 3 seasons between January 2018, July 2019, and January 2022, and their own feature film in June of 2022. But it's such a fun series. If you're a fan of these type of comedy romance series, that is it for you. Everything we don't know about our bodies because we have cells. It encounters the white and red blood cells in Cells at Work. It takes place inside the human body where trillions of cells, each of them do their job to keep the body healthy. It starts off with the manga between January 2015 to 2021. It came out the same day from the beginning to end of the manga's publication. How weird is that? The anime series has been adapted by David Production, the same studio who they've produced for JoJo Bizarre Adventure. The series got aired between July 2018 to February 2021. Same with ReZero and Konosuba, you want to be in a video game world then turned into a reincarnated character. But in this one, it turns out you're a slime. This series is called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. The summary of the show is about a salaryman who is murdered and reincarnated in a sword and sorcery world as a slime, with a unique powers and gathers allies to build his own nation of monsters. It has become a huge success franchise, and it starts off with the novels between February 2013 to New Year's Day 2016. I think it didn't bother to continue and I believe they have been focusing on the light novels, I think that's what they did. So that's what they decided to focus on next, and that is the light novels. It starts off publishing between May of 2014 to the present day. Then it got expanded into a manga series adaptation from March of 2015, then a spin-off series, then an anime series had aired for 2 seasons, and a third one is coming in the spring of 2024. And the spin-off anime series, and lastly will be their feature film Scarlet Bond in Japan, came out in November 2022, and came internationally in our local theaters on January 2023. Since it came out, the anime series has gained popularity among fans around the world, enjoyed it, and captivated audiences with its unique blend of fantasy, humor, and engaging storylines. This series came a short-lived than the manga. It's a dark fantasy and a horror genre story that is called The Promised Neverland. The series follows a group of orphan children in their plan to escape from their orphanage after learning the dark truth behind their existence and the purpose of the orphanage. For the manga series came out August 2016 to June of 2020. With the first season is pretty good, however, the second season turned into a freaking disaster. Well, I don't want to talk more about it, let's move on. Now this next series is a romance series, and it seems a war of love. That is called Lady Kaguya Wants to Make Him Confess, or Kaguya Soma Love is War. It starts off with the manga between May of 2015 to November 2022. It came success, then turned into an anime series, then it got aired between January 2019 to June of 2022. Then their feature film, The First Kiss That Never Ends. And here's the crazy thing, that they have 2 live-action movies. And to be honest, it looks pretty damn good. So I wonder one day if the English cast will dub the live-action movies. Who now knows? This next series is another isekai show, but this time you'll be betrayal by your peers with a falsely accused. That's called Rising of the Shield Hero. It starts off with a web novel series, then moving it into a light novel and a manga adaptation. Then we would be getting an anime series, and they'll be aired between January 2019 to June in the same year. However, after the success of Season 1, Crunchyroll announced for Seasons 2 and 3. Originally, Season 2 was supposed to air in October 2021, but it was later as delayed until they premiered in April 2022 to June of 2022. But it wasn't successful, and what type of studio can produce the second season and couldn't do what the fresh take that they did in the first season? So we want the studio, but at least we got a third season coming, but by the time the video comes out, Season 3 already finished or about to be finished. Oh, who in the hell knows? Or maybe it will be finished by 2024. Who in the hell knows? I don't know. Now, moving on to one of my favorite series, and I love to talk about this show, but let me say about this. We will meet and introduce these 5 sisters known as the quintessential quintuplets. One of my favorite series that I got into in late of 2022. So this series is it follows a daily life of a high school student named Futaro Uesugi, who is hired as a private tutor for a group of individual quintuplets, Ichika, Nino, Miku, Yotsuba, and Itsuki Nakano. At the very beginning of the story, it's shown that the events are being told in a flashback while an adult Futaro prepares to marry one of the Nakano sisters, whose identity is only been revealed near the end of the series. I absolutely love this series. It's, like I said, it's still always been my favorite. Here's the reason why. It's because it had all the elements that makes it quintessentially enjoyable, the captivating storyline, relatable characters, and interesting moments throughout the narrative that makes the series that I absolutely love and continue to hold dear to my heart. But still, it never fails to bring me joy and excitement. It starts off with the manga series that turned into an anime adaptation for Season 1, aired from January to March of 2019. Then Season 2, originally supposed to air some point in October 2020 due to the events of what happened in 2020. Until 3 months later, January to March of 2021 has aired. After that, they had the finale in the pipeline, and that'll be in the finale for a feature film. But we thought we would be finished by now. But however, it seems we got one more anime coming, and that came out back in July 2023. A fan favorite series that came out in 2019, of course, Demon Slayer. It has claimed to be a beloved series from the manga, but the fandom had grew when the anime came out. So the first season covered the unwavering Resolved. Then their feature film, Mugen Train, will be covering the first half of Season 2. Then the second half of Season 2 covers the Entertainment District arc. Then the third season was the Swordsmith Village arc. And now we should be in the finale season, Season 4, just got announced early in the year, and I'm very excited, and that will be the Hashira training arc and the final battle arc. So I think that's going to be covering into the war with demons versus demon slayers in the Infinity Castle and Sunrise Counting Down arcs. So I cannot wait how it would end in the anime, but super stoked for it. Next up to this next series I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite series that came out in 2019, and that is a chibi-style crossover series named Isekai Quartet. It's a crossover with Konosuba, Overlord, ReZero, and Saga of Tanya. It seems a pretty funny idea to bring them together and makes it a comedy series. So the first series aired between April to June of 2019, then less than a year later, the second season aired January to March of 2020. In that season with additional characters, and we will see Naofumi, Raphtalia, and Philo from Shield Hero. And recently, their feature film, well, it was June of 2022, and of course it came a success. But it came to Crunchyroll somewhere in 2023, and still no update for the third season. And of course, we haven't heard an update if they have done the movie. I'm still very excited though, but I'm still looking forward to what happens next. In the future, you want to bring music to life, right? So that series is called Carolyn Tuesday. If you haven't seen it, where have you been? Also, this series is directed by Shintaro Watanabe, who directed Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. This series has aired from April to October 2019. And of course, Netflix acquired the rights to stream it, and glad we have an English dub for it. So this series has been the best dubs of 2019. This next series came through was, we thought, this would be the end of the world! When the human race frozen in stone for 3,700 years, that series is called Dr. Stone. It starts off with the manga series. It was published by Weekly Shonen Jump on March 2017 and ended in 2022. And it came success. When the anime series came out, it came more success. It started airing from July to December 2019. From that first season, after that, a second season came, and it started airing in January to March of 2021. Then the third season, as the video comes out, will be airing, or finish airing, and they're about to end in the beginning of 2024. Now to the last show that came out during the 2010s era of anime. It came huge. Also, it came at the same time with Dr. Stone. If you want to become a firefighter, that series is called Fire Force. It starts off with the manga from September 2015 to February 2022. Then to an anime series. The first season aired from July to December 2019. However, the second season got announced and will be out in the following year in 2020. It got aired from July to December 2020, but it took them a long time for a long-awaited third season's announcement until May of 2022. Finally, it's coming. Hope fans will be excited when it comes out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the history of anime in the 2010s. I know it went for a 3-part video, but thank you for sticking around for it. So, comment, like, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed it, hit that notification bell if you want to know when I upload again. So, that is it. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay safe, and peace.